Our hero was born February 6th, 2008.
We found out about 4 weeks after he was born that he was diagnosed with CF, and our lives would change forever.
Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that mainly affects the lungs and digestive system.
Not long ago, kids with CF weren't living long enough to see their teens.
30,000 people in the United States have cystic fibrosis, and only 70,000 in the world have CF.
Currently, there is no cure for cystic fibrosis.
My name is Mason Rogers, and I've been living with CF my whole life.
So Mason takes a lot of medication daily, and he also does vest treatments and breathing treatments twice a day. I think the hardest thing with CF is these kids look healthy.
We try to do a good job of letting them just be kids and not concentrate on that, so they're smiling all the time.
My brother is my hero. I love him. I look up to him. Just like Mason, I'm fighting CF too. Here you go.
Sam's attitude, she's like a breath of fresh air. She like brightens the room every time she walks in.
And she looks up to Mason, so looking at Mason doing all this stuff is kind of like, it doesn't make her feel so different.
We always tell people, especially our doctors, don't ever look at our kids like you're diagnosing or treating a disease. You are partnering with us, and we're raising a destiny.
A cure is close, but we're not there yet.
CF doesn't stand a chance.
Will you join our fight?
Y'all, please welcome Matt Rogers, his wife Terry, and their 3 children, Mason, Sam, and Braden. Thank y'all for
Nice to
being
finally
here.
meet you guys.
Yes.
We've hung out with Matt a bunch over the years. It's been nice to finally, nice to finally meet you guys here.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
So Matt, for those who don't know, explain what CF is exactly.
Precursor, I'm probably gonna cry this whole segment, so you guys already got me. CF, it's a rare genetic disease that affects the lungs and the pancreas system. So as you saw, like in that video, they have to do numerous breathing treatments a day to clear the airways and to just stay overall healthy. So Terry and I are carriers, so every time we have a baby, there's a 25% chance that they'll have to do the treatments and have the diagnosis, and there's a 75% chance that they won't, like Braden, our oldest one here. Yeah.
Terry, what went through your mind when Mason was first diagnosed?
I had gone just to like a regular pediatrician appointment when he was 4 weeks old, and when I walked in, they said, we just got a fax from UCLA Harbor Med, and they believe your son has cystic fibrosis. I'd heard the term, but I had never, I didn't know what it was. And then the doctor, I just asked him, what is it? And he hesitated, and right there I knew this wasn't good.
Wow.
And Braden being the oldest of the siblings and seeing your 2 siblings have to go through this on a daily basis, what's that like for you?
I mean, it's hard to see it because they sometimes have to wait a bit more to play outside and stuff. But I know every day, the more they do it, they're getting better, and we're just a little bit closer to a cure for CF, yeah.
Right. Y'all have been able to maintain just such a positive attitude and outlook through all of this, which is so inspiring and so wonderful to see.
Yeah.
Grace. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. I think everybody watching at home and in the audience, everybody has something. Some people lost a loved one yesterday, or they're battling a sickness. So everyone's going through something. So we always try to tell our kids, look, when God looks at you, he's not seeing what's wrong with you. He only sees what's right, and that's the place we constantly live from, because we could all think about something and dwell on it and make ourselves depressed or make ourselves excited, and that's what Terry and I really try to do.
Right.
And obviously, through the grace of God, you look at him, he's a freaking stud. She's awesome. My oldest son's awesome. So we try to live from that place.
Family. Beautiful and handsome.
She was talking to you. She was talking to you guys.
So you talked about finding about Mason, and then Sam. How did you find out about that Sam was diagnosed with it?
We found out with Sam in utero. We asked the doctor 2 things. We want to know what the sex of the baby is, and we want to know if they're going to have the diagnosis. And I was driving Braden to school. He was in 2nd grade, and I'll never forget it. I'll probably cry talking about it. But she called, and she said, hey, Matt, good news is you got your baby girl. So I start crying tears of joy. She goes, and unfortunately, she's gonna have the same diagnosis as Mason. And I remember Braden looking at me and he goes, Dad, what's wrong? And like chills were going through my body. And I remember dropping him off at school and just pulling in the parking lot and just crying like a baby because I knew that I was gonna have to go home and tell Terry, which honestly was worse the second time than finding out the first time. So it was tough.
Mason, you love sports, yeah? What's your favorite?
I really like soccer and football.
Awesome. Yeah?
Football more, son.
Soccer.
Football more.
Use your hands.
I say soccer. I was a soccer player, so
Uh-huh.
it's a battle back.
It's a win-win.
Oh, yeah.
You
right?
can make a lot of money doing both.
You're right. Whatever he likes, right?
Right, exactly. I like art. Sam, what are some things you like to do? What's some of your favorite things?
Gymnastics and soccer.
Oh, so you're a big soccer
Gymnastics
fan.
and soccers and sparkly shoes.
Yes.
Braden, what do you like to do, baby?
I love football. I love watching sports. I love
Uh-huh.
researching sports. March Madness, I love that too. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love playing.
What grade are you in now?
I'm in 7th grade.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
And the beauty of the social media, I think one of the few good things about social media is that you can raise awareness for something like this. And you guys have a challenge, the bottle flip challenge, right? Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
So you saw it like in the video, that was by accident. You know, Mason and his friends and his brother were like flipping bottles, and it was a couple years ago. I'm like, stop flipping bottles in my house. And like, no, Dad, we taught baby Sam how to do it, and she did it, gave a super cute reaction, and then that video went viral.
This is so.
Yeah.
So cute.
And we got,
I love
then-
this.
at the end,
cute.
so
Is that you? Is that you?
When I was eating chocolate.
this is where
You
she,
eat
yeah.
chocolate?
I love chocolate.
So we start, we spun it and turned it for good, like, a CF bottle flip challenge to raise money for, raise awareness for cystic fibrosis. So that was one of the things that we've done. And we also, our big fundraiser is coming up. It's our first one since we moved to Nashville. It's at the Leapers Fork Distillery, and we partnered with Leapers Fork. And then it's just gonna be good old country. It's gonna be country
Right.
music. It's gonna be Hattie B's hot chicken at
Nice.
the
Nice.
Leapers Fork Distillery. It's,
Love it.
It'll be awesome. So anything we could do to partner with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, because 91 cents on the dollar goes towards researching to find a cure.
Great.
Wow.
And honestly, like,
Amazing.
they're super, super close. So our last doctor appointment, when we sat in there with Mason, Terry and I, we've been married for 14 years. Mason's 11. So our whole marriage, basically our whole relationship, for the most part, has been this: breathing treatments multiple times every single day, which my wife doesn't get enough credit, but Terry is a freaking rock star mom at what she does.
Super mom.
She's the best. And to sit in the doctor's office a couple months ago and him tell us, you probably won't have to do breathing treatments in the future, was like a weight lifted off our shoulder. It's like, it's what you pray for your whole life. And to see that we're so close, it makes us push that much harder towards fundraising.
It's amazing what we take for granted.
Right.
You guys have
Right.
to do this. I mean, the kids multiple times a day. Braden was saying, like, sometimes it takes them a little longer to go outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the simple things like that, like walking out the door and playing soccer. It's like you have to go through these things. It's amazing. And when that does happen, it's going to be the most wonderful experience probably for you guys. Like,
Amazing.
no more breathing tubes
Yes.
or anything like that.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, kids. Are y'all up for this challenge? I want to see this bottle flipping madness.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh, we're
Skill to
ready.
this? I've seen
Let's
this so
see.
many times. Is
I
there a
think-
skill
Yes.
to this?
And then once you see it, you won't.
Let
wanna
me
see it
move the
again.
flowers.
There we go.
Sam and Mace have it down pretty good. There she
Oh,
is.
wow.
That's great. All right, so show me how to do it.
There is no really showing.
yeah.
It just kind of do it. Imagine you got the. There it is.
Yeah. All right, well, here at Pickler and Ben, we want to do our part to help this very important cause.
In honor of your amazing family, we are donating $5,000 to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. That's a lot of bottle flipping right there.